I'm Noah Prowlis. I am the creator and owner of Regulation Beats. Kind of born a little bit more intuitively drawn to music, and I started to learn more about auditory processing, not only of how we interpret and identify sounds, but what that means to our neurochemistry and our physiology. I started to draw a lot of conclusions and connections between what we listen to and the things that we hear and our quality of life in everyday activities. So naturally, my inclination was to get to make beats with my kids at work. And so I just started bringing the tools in, and occupational therapy is great because it's very flexible as far as the interventions that you get to choose. So with being able to structure it in ways to target the skills that I was working on with my kiddos, I got to utilize it more and more. And from there, it really just kind of snowballed into a bunch of different initiatives and targets and interventions and worksheets that kind of are the summation of what Regulation Beats is now as a program. So I work with them through an assisted music production process that incorporates all of these things, and they walk away with the experience that we had, which hopefully, primes and trains a lot of these skills. They also walk away with the worksheet that we have, so they have a little tool to remember these things by, as well as the strategies that we typically identify on that worksheet. And then they get a digital copy of whatever they've made, which is really great because especially the kids that I work with, they love getting to share that and have that to remember their. There are a couple different layers to that. One of which is, like I mentioned, the auditory processing aspect of it. So the way that our brain interprets different volumes and levels of sounds, different frequencies of sounds, different placements of sounds, all correlates to how we operate, whether it's our attention, whether it's our emotional experiences, whether it's our ability to be productive in the environment. Creating songs that are transcriptions of emotional states. So we look at what are the components of an emotional state. We'll start with that by going through some mindfulness and education. And then we look at translating that and transcribing it into a song or a beat. Sessions that I did with a kid when I was trialing all of this and developing the worksheets, where we were in the session and we were creating the song, and he was in the therapy gym kind of like bouncing around, coming back, doing a little bit of work, going around again. And by the time we finished it, I played it for his mom, and his mom was like, "That sounds like him."